is the Magnetize? Would it be worth going to something else if they're? I mean, they're both level 6. Their CS is close. We're halfway through the 10 minutes.
Not really. The ulti is so much damage. Like, they want to try to kill each other.
And they both went ring at Darask, but Faithbeyond ends up going Soul Ring instead of into the Bracer. I wonder if that's going to make the difference. Rolling Boulder again. Boulder Smash doesn't get him under the tower. They use the Magnetize. Rolling Boulder comes in from Weishi. Faithbeyond getting low, surviving. Is the regen enough? No. Weishi gets first blood. Bracer's the difference.
Bracer has defeated the soul.
Still has 4 minutes to get a kill back, but he also has the CS.
I think he's GG already. He just come back and kill him. He has the level advantage. What did he buy? Oh, he bought also a soul.
Well, this will give him time to even up the CS.
Oh, this is the only game that both players are trying really hard.
Yeah.
Does EHOME need to win this series to stay alive?
EHOME is 1-2, so they've got a bunch of matchups left over, but this is certainly one that they'd like to take because Newbee's perfect right now. They're 2-0 and they haven't lost a game yet.
This is the most try-hard 1v1 game we've seen.
Yeah, by a large margin.
Every game is like the guy just gives up after one death, calls GG, or just doesn't even want to play the game, and he just tries to kill the enemy and dies. I mean, to be fair, some are pretty unfair matchups.
Although the one that I thought was going to be more unfair was the Lina against the Bounty, and that was very close.
Didn't the Lina win in the end? Right, Lina won, right?
Yeah, but just by if the Janata was on 1 second cooldown, had it.
Oh yeah, I remember. It was what,
very
SCCC
close.
again. OP.
Yeah, OP was on the Bounty.
Oh, Hood, game-winning item. He's almost there.
Looks like they're both going for it too, but Faithbeyond's closer to it.
I mean, he should try to kill him. He has a level advantage now. I mean, Weishi. Okay, now they're gonna be same level. No more advantage. So the Faithbeyond didn't take the silence. Weishi took 1 point in silence. Could that be the difference maker? It's 50 damage.
Maybe. I'm just constantly throwing boulder smashes out at each other. And Faithbeyond has the hood coming in.
Oh, he won? Oh no, the Weishi has a second bracer.
Yeah,
So
instead of that hood.
4%, 4%, 15. How many percent he has? 44%.
Like
Faithbeyond has
hit that roll.
46% magic resist. Weishi has 44. But Weishi has more raw HP.
Yeah, by about 300. And they're 20 seconds away from the mark, so he's got to go anyway. Because he's got the lead in the kills.
He has a level advantage, but you can't kill him.
Yeah, it's just gotten too late, and we're about to hit 10 minutes in
So
7 seconds.
Yes?
No, he's got the kill. He has the advantage in kills. Although the CS was right on it.
Yeah, he's asking if the game is over.
I think it is. This is a language I need to learn so I can do the interpretation or the translation in the middle of the games. They didn't DC, they're just A-clicking each other.
What?
I don't. I guess. It looks like Faith Beyond's just gonna let him kill him though.
No, they say it's over already, but they just want to try right click each other. But Faith Ben is cheating by using spell.
Oh, under the tower. Oh.
He even chats, I'm going to use my spell now.
Oh, what a win. What a win for Wei Shi.
It's a moral booster.
It's that priority pick.
Yeah, you beat the core player.
Gets that 2-0 victory. Puts his team on the priority. So, yeah, we'll be back with the game in just a moment. So stay right there. And there was a lot of that last night.
Yeah, I still think PL is like an amazing pick here. If they want to pick it right now.
Ooh.
It's like old age, you know, PL. Just look at their heroes. They can't do shit to PL. So Newbee has to pick something to deal with PL now. The Zeus, Lash. I mean, Elk is still pretty good, I think. If they want to go for Elk. If they want it, they should go for it now. They shouldn't wait for the last one, because he might get banned.
10 seconds remaining.
Has Elk been picked up in this tournament?
5 seconds
I
remaining.
think one time, I remember seeing, who was it playing? Maybe it wasn't this tournament, it was the other China tournament. SCCC was playing Elk.
That might have been ESL then.
There's too many games already. I can't remember which tournament it's from.
So much Chinese Dota going on. There's so much Dota in general going on right now. And it's kind of it's a lot to take on.
Or you say that like it's a bad thing? You don't like too many going at the same time?
I don't mind it. I do think the schedules are suffering in some ways. Like we had a couple delays every now and then, and I think a lot of these players are playing all day. I mean, not
I
that
guess it's nobody's fault.
Yeah.
No thanks to the whatever, yeah, the virus is causing. Everyone is in trouble.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to be playing Dota for money, but at the same time, it's like it must be stressful for them, not only under the conditions, and then also playing 12, 13 games on some days. Because there was a best of 5, and then a team had a best of 3 before it and after it. It was nuts. It's a lot of Dota to be playing. But they go to the Leshrac. That was the counter you were talking about.
10 seconds remaining.
Elk is still amazing last pick for Newbee. Oh, let's go, Alchemist. Oh, feels so good, Alchemist. Like Alchemist is really good against PL because you farm faster. You can end the game faster than him. I mean, obviously you're not gonna outscale the PL later, but you can farm faster than him to get to your strong point. And it's really good against heroes like DP where you have a very long cooldown ultimate. Like during the ulti downtime, the Alchemist can abuse it very easy by taking Roshan or getting your towers. Like for me in general, I always like Elk against like Chronos, like Faceless Void, Death Prophet, all those heroes that have very very long cooldown. I love picking Elk against that.
They banned the OD, and they banned the Darkseer on EHOME, maybe thinking that they are going to go to that Mugi Undying. Because if they are expecting an offlaner to be here, it would be a Leshrac mid, Undying 1, but they go... Okay, so this is Troll, Safe Lane, Leshrac mid, Clockwork 3, Phoenix 4, Undying 5.
Troll Undying, oh my god, that lane is actually own age. If Centaur still can actually do well in this lane, that hero is broken as shit. If Centaur does well in this lane, I'm done. It's first ban hero.
10 seconds.
Clockwork Phoenix against PL Snapfire. Okay, PL Snapfire is gonna do well that lane. So one lane to Radiant, one lane to Dire. Let's see the mid lane is Death Prophet against Lashtrack. Death Prophet against Lashtrack sounds like a draw lane, like a 50-50 lane. So EHOME would like to finish the draft with something that can initiate a reliable stun. They have no reliable disable right now.
You may now select your heroes.
Semi-reliable. Pretty decent against the troll.
Stronger the troll gets, the better the shadow demon gets. Jin-Q on the shadow demon, Sylar on that phantom lancer, nothing to say on the death prophet, Innocence on the snapfire, Faith Beyond with that centaur. And we've seen a couple games with Faith Beyond and the centaur where it's just like he's being active, he's getting those stuns out, he's initiating well, but yesterday especially, and I think that came back to the whole lack of a BKB, there was no follow-up. And it was just like, well, now what? What's next? What do we do?
Yeah, to be honest, I think the way they are playing the game, I feel Sylar is more suited to play the Death Prophet, and nothing to say should be playing the PR, in my opinion. The way from what I'm observing, how the team is playing, because like Sylar likes to fight a lot as a carry, and you see the previous league do it with Matumba Man and Miracle, but they decided to not to do that anymore. But when they were doing it, they were switching around based who is playing. The lane doesn't really matter to them. It's more about who is playing the hero that's moving, and Matumba is always playing the support core. Whereas I feel the same for EHOME right now, for Nothing to Say and Sylar. I think Sylar should be playing the supporting role core. You play for someone else, and Nothing to Say, he's more suited playing like the win condition hero in this team. That's what I feel from the first 4 games that I've seen them.
So, for like, what would that encompass? Making that switch, you think? Like, what would EHOME have to like? What would EHOME have to do to make that switch? Like, what's the steps towards that? Is it just more the, Nothing to Say taking the Phantom Lancer mid and Sylar taking?
No, not mid. I'm talking about the heroes. The lanes are the same.
Okay.
Because this kind of thing is usually developed when the team is together for a long time and you find a more comfortable way of playing. You kind of always want the player playing the win condition role always to be on the win condition role despite having to switch lanes, It depends on what the team believes in and what is the philosophy of the captain, how they want to run the team.
The battle begins.
So it will be the Undying Troll lane up against this Centaur. Oof.
Yep, Shadow Demon has probably pulled this lane. I don't really think they can play the lane head on at all. Oh, the Centaur has a headdress. Very interesting. Okay.
Different from the Ring of Tarask we've been seeing. That has been the first item for a bunch of Centaurs recently.
Yeah, because you can't play the lane against like Undying if you do that. I mean, I think what's going to happen is like the SD is just going to push this wave and Centaur's just going to go behind. He even took Storm, so here it's very clear what he wants to do. He's going to use the Storm to maybe chase away the Undying if he pursues this, and he's just going to pull the wave far away. And SD is also happy. I think it's level 2. See, the courier dies all the time, and they probably will know that there's an observer behind the tower.
It certainly seems like losing your courier is just a fact these days.
I mean, you look at what's happening right now. Bottom lane EHOME has the weaker lane, so they're pulling the wave. Same goes for top lane. Radiant has the weaker lane against the Snapfire PL, so they are also pulling the wave.
These decays though stacking up on Faith Beyond, and it's definitely getting a little bit rough, but dragging this creep wave, we'll see if he can even get anything out of it. the amount of damage that he's already taking. But then this Shadow Poison's starting to stack pretty heavily out onto Faith. 5 stacks so far.
The thing is, if he's low on strength and he has this Headrest regenning and he doesn't really take additional damage, it actually doesn't really matter for him so much because he's going to heal more from the Headrest and the tangles.
So at the end of the day, the Headdress becomes a little bit more value for him because he's regenning the...
when he's low on strength.
Yeah, so he's regenning a smaller pool of HP, but when he gets strength back, he'll get it back.
Yep. So it's actually it might actually be mathematically better to do this, you know, rather than go for the ring of Taras. I'm not very sure. Ring of Taras is what, 650 for 4 HP regen. This is 2.5, but half the price. Yeah, this is actually better based on the price.
And it's interesting that Faith Beyond's kind of accepted this role right now. Jinkyu getting to level 3, Mugi and Jinkyu kind of having their own like primary lane, but top, Weishi gets low. Battery Assault is out on Innocence and Sylar to save the life of this Phoenix. This is a lane that so far you've got Phantom Lancer farming pretty well, 12 and 4. Sitting towards the top.
Like I said, this is a very good lane for him. PL is gonna free farm. Like Clockwork can't do jack shit to PL in the lane. And so is Phoenix. Phoenix can't really do anything because you can always remove the Fire Spirits with the Doppelganger. So it's just all about trying to get as much experience as you can. And bot lane, you see
Faith and Faith Beyond going down.
Support for the core. Yeah, support for the core. Still really good for the troll here. It's gonna allow him to... Is he buying all the Venom? Why is he buying? All Venom could be a good option. Yeah, he bought all Venom on the troll. It's gonna allow them to have more kill threat on the Centaur and the Shadow Demon.
And GQ could potentially become an issue, but then you've got the disruption out on the troll. Faith continuing to chase Jinkyu for a moment. Doesn't want to continue to dive all too far, and yeah, now Faith's picked up that Orb of Venom to give over to Mugi. Jinkyu gets the salve out, he'll stay in lane, and what's the go-to here when you've got your support who's taking the priority more in levels for the beginning? He's sitting level 4 already. Like, that's some assurance in your support, but also you're dealing with an offlaner now who's very far behind experience-wise.
Is he actually the offlaner? I think he feels more like the support this game.
Yeah, for sure. And Sylar
didn't-
getting chased under
yes.
tower. Goes over to Weishi. Can he get the kill? Yes, he can, but ends up getting traded afterwards. The Phantom Rush helps him to get that kill on a Weishi.
That's a very, very big kill, getting the PL. So the clock has a lot of experience right now, 4.5, almost level 5. Bounty runes popping up soon. So we see the Death Prophet getting ready to steal one of Radiant's bounty runes here. Nashred is coming to contest.
So is the Phoenix. He goes over to the tier 2.
Yeah,
Knowing that
so
that's
should
probably
be two
happening.
apiece.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Faith not
I
getting
mean, I
back.
think the idea is because he knows that the Undying is going to screw his laning phase, that's why he wants the Shadow Demon to farm him. It's rather strange, but I think that's what they are trying to do. And we see Phoenix going mid, getting ready for the fight, for the first catapult. 2 points in Edict.
She might even catch up to this courier. Oh, courier pathing goes into the trees.
Oh,
Instead of staying in the lane, it ends up dead. Wow.
So
and now Wizard, they'll try to go after Innocence. They'll dive. Meanwhile, Jinkyu down over bottom, but they get the kill here onto the Snapfire. And they ping out Vision, but there's actually no ward there. Meanwhile, bottom, Faith Beyond, he ends up dead as well. Dominating spree so far for Mugi. Things going right for Newbee.
This Clockwork Phoenix lane is doing way better than I expected. Sure, the PL is still farming, but the Clockwork is richer than the PL right now because of the kills.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Wizard just has his courier fly over the top of the Phantom Lancer and ends up dead.
302. I guess the level 1 power cost is actually useless against PL.
Icarus dive. They want to go for Sylar. They've got the help of AQ here. Pulse Nova ringing. Doppelganger. He'll fall back, but he's still dead. EHOME losing the Phantom Lancer for the second time in this lane. And this tower is going to go quickly. Diabolic Edict popped. And
Lane as well. TP popped the ultimate and Phoenix cancelled his TP because he was way too low to defend the tower.
TPing over the Clockwork as well as the Leshrac. They got the tower top. They look with the urn. Nothing to say. They've got the Spirit Siphon as well as the Snapfire Cookie. Get on top of this Clockwork and the kill. So they'll also get the tower.
That is huge. Getting the mid tower is actually more value than the top tower, so it's a better trade for Dire.
And Faithion from there goes bottom. Mugi on the run, but they've got the Tombstone. Turn on Faith Beyond for a moment. Faith continuing to just throw decays, making this a little bit harder of a chase. However, it was a good TP there from Faith Beyond because Jinkyu was getting dove just about under the tier 1 tower, and TP's right on him, gets the stun, keeps him in place.
This Centaur is like he's basically a support this game, because he knows he can't really get a game, and so he's promoting the Shadow Demon to a core, and he's just like playing like a position 4 Centaur. Not sure how much he can do in the game, but that's what is happening right now. He's just gonna be like a walking stampede, I think. Maybe a stun.
So that's the thing. Do you go into the Blink Dagger right away for the Centaur?
I guess you Tranquil. He's gonna go Tranquil's Blink, I think.
Hook shot out mid onto Nothing to Say. Got the Battery Assault as well as the Pulse Nova. There with the Diabolic Edict for a moment, but they back off as the rotations come in from Jinkyu as well as Innocence. They wanted to go for that pretty badly, and it just seems like a good rotation there from EHOME to really stop that from coming through, because losing that Death Prophet could be a top of the net worth hero would be really big for the side of Newbee. And we've already got themselves a little bit of a lead.
Now EHOME should move bottom to kick this troll out of the lane, or even kill him. DP is ultimate in 10 seconds.
This is going to time out pretty well for EHOME as they start to converge over towards bottom.
Yep. Good awareness here. Even there's no vision, but they know what the troll know what's happening. TP top. Oh, the vision on the Dire is amazing though. Look at the 4 wards placed. 5 wards actually. It's amazing.
And now they've got the outpost too.
It'll be even better if they have 1 ward to see this area. Because right now they see the top area here. Both the runes. And this one is this ward here just for the tower.
It's good vision from EHOME. They just have to execute with it. Like, they're going to work to get this tier 1 tower over bottom. They've only got themselves 3 kills so far, but Sylar at least, he's continuing to farm. He hasn't been disrupted in a little while.
Oh, Newbee teleported both the supports to the bottom. Oh, this is going to be a bit dangerous. There's a ward there that scouts them. They might actually going to die here. Snapfire is coming in. Phoenix has no dive.
Close enough to tower, I think he's okay. Well, so who's this? Who's benefiting the most from this pacing at the moment? Because the game's kind of quieted down the last 4 minutes or so. Like,
because PL is the strongest hero in this game, even though he's up against a Leshrac, but I still think he can carry this game. He's going for hood first. I mean, I actually prefer to get diffuser first, then you buy your hood later, so you're actually more useful in the game, and it helps you farm faster. If you buy the hood first, you farm a lot slower. I mean, it's just a more defensive sequence of items.
thinking about going over mid. Nothing to say. Under the tier 1 tower has Blade Mail, which is pretty interesting, considering we usually see a Yules first from the Death Prophet, but Hookshot comes out onto the Centaur. They've got the silence, so the Cogs can't push Faith Beyond back, but the Battery Assault keeping Faith Beyond close. Split Earth lands. AQ taking a lot of damage. The Stampede and the Spirit Siphon. AQ committing for that kill on the Centaur, but doesn't get it. That is a huge commitment to come up empty on. And they give up the 175 gold to the Death Prophet. Big gold influx coming through for nothing to say.
Well, the blade mill is very, very good against the Leshrac. And the troll to a certain extent. Ah. When was the last time I saw this item? It's quite a while. The only people buying this item is like Axe and LC. And you don't even see LC buy this item anymore. And you don't see Axe being picked as much also. So this item kind of disappeared. It seems like a good choice this game. Very interesting.
Is there a reason it doesn't get picked up as much anymore? Or is there something they could do to make it more enticing to buy?
I think the heroes that are using the item are unpicked, that's why. X, LC, I mean, Clockwork Core is not picked too much as well. You used to buy a lot of Blade Mail and Clockwork Cores. But nowadays Clockworks you want to get Aghanim's. Maybe you buy like some Spirit Vessel, then you want to go Aghanim's next. You don't really want to get Blade Mail anymore.
They've got Hookshot available. They'll allow them to take the tower. There's the Icarus dive, but no Supernova on that. Faith Beyond looks for the stun. Now they've got the Mortimer's Kisses coming through, and they missed the Hookshot. Tombstone committed from Faith. He'll immediately lose his life and the Tombstone, so another 175 go in the way of the Death Prophet with another kill. Disruption over to the side. That's out on the Wizard. He's dead for a second kill there for nothing to say. And all of a sudden it goes from 9-3 overall to 9-6 and a 2,000 net worth lead for EHOME.
I mean, that's rather strange, right? They actually the Leshrac was pushing the mid lane. He was the one farming. And Troll was the one here. I think Troll should be the one farming and Lesh should be the one defending the tower. I mean, this is the thing where I don't really like Burst of Travel first item on Lesh. I actually like if you go use first then only Burst of Travel. That's precisely for this reason. Now the Troll is in a very weird position. Is he gonna die?
He's in a lot of trouble. Jinkyu is here. Demonic Purge. They look over and they've got themselves the Hoof Stomp. Can they get the kill on a Mugi? A couple shots away, and meanwhile the fight's raging on over bottom as they look for Innocence. They land the Split Earth. They get the kill on Mugi over top. Faith chasing after the Snapfire. Wizard coming over, but behind them is Sylar. They may have gone in too deep for this. Scatterblast comes out on the Wizard, slows him down. Spirit Siphon onto Faith over to the side. Nothing to say, gets a kill. They do finally take out Innocence. They look over at Wizard, who try to get out of the vision here of EHOME, but they've got the Shadow Poison. He's out back behind the tower and tries to take a courier before he dies. He will. However, that already delivered the items over to the Shadow Demon before he loses his life.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So 10-9 in favor of Newbee, and then they do end up getting Faith Beyond over top. AQ gets the kill there.
I mean, this is a chain effect from the first move, where the Lesh should be defending top, and the Troll went top. He had nowhere to go. He died top, plus it was a dangerous area, and they went to the fight bottom without the Lesh again. And yeah. He's trying to build the use now, but the way the game is being played is affected because of the item selection.
So you think it's going this way just because the boost of travel at the moment?
Yeah, because he was trying to get his... If he tried to buy use and he had a Staff of Wizardry and he didn't like try to save so much gold, he would be going top to defend the tower. And Troll will be farming to get his defusal. And you see a hookshot onto Y.
Hookshot comes in. They've got the Exorcism. Stampede committed from the side of EHOME. They'll get the Fire Stamp Cookie over to the low ground, but nothing to say goes on to the high ground with the Blade Mail popped. Is it going to be enough to save the life of the Death Prophet? They've got the Disruption, so that should save him. Supernova's there. Now the Yule is out. Mugi ends up dead. Death Prophet on the run. Who ends up getting killed off by Weishi with the help of AQ. So they finally get a kill there onto the Death Prophet. It's a 6-time spree into the hands of the Phoenix. They look for Innocence. They get the kill there. And now they're going to continue to move forward, looking for Jinkyu and Faith Beyond to add to the total. Faith Beyond body blocking, trying to keep the Shadow Demon alive. Sunray on to the Shadow Demon. Jinkyu burning up as Faith Beyond falls. Wizard keeps moving forward. He has Hookshot in 14 seconds. Replaces the Spirit Vessel on him. Faith looking forward. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Rocket Flare comes out with the decay and they get the kill. A lot going wrong there for EHOME.
Yeah, very, very big kill. That's why they chased so far. The Shadow Demon It's a core, not a support. So big win there for Radiant. Good place. Using the Phoenix Egg to win a team fight. And the Veil is also a really excellent choice. Pairs really well with the Leshrac and the Clockwork.
He's got Veil, Headdress, Tranquils, and then he's gonna try and save up for the Shivas. Top though, I think they were
going back
searching
to
for
your
Mugi.
point where you were asking me if I think that it's just the item affecting the play. I mean, sure, you can still defend the tower if you are going for boost of travel, but you are more inclined to do that because you're saving so much gold when you're buying the recipe, and you don't really want to take a fight when you have like 1.8k gold in the bank.
Stampede to try and
So
get
it
Sylar
affects-
out. TP? Oof. Can't get it. Go on, sorry.
I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Nah, it's okay. So basically, like, you're more inclined to not to defend when you have a lot of gold in your bank and trying to save for the boost of travel recipe. Whereas if you have like say you have a staff of wizardry instead, then you would be willing to take the fight at top. And mid lane, the tower is the price here for Radiant. Don't really think that I can hold this tower anymore.
And they try to defend their Clockwork moving in, being a nuisance. Meanwhile, Fire Snap Cookie. I think they were looking for Wei Shi, unable to find the Phoenix.
DP killed the bot tower, but he used his ultimate. I mean, not the biggest deal right now. He's gonna have his BKB after this. So Blade Mail used BKB, and he has the Vampire Fang. So it's a
Shot.
huge item.
On the
It's
Innocence.
a great item. I mean, Dire's gonna hit this timing where they are extremely strong with the DP. When they have the next Exorcism, she's gonna have... Wow, she's actually so farm. She's gonna have BKB plus use Blade Mail and Exorcism next. That's gonna give them the option, either they can go for a fight and then Roche, or they can just brute force and try to push down a tower. Like, PL is also ready to fight with Diffusal.
Is EHOME's fight restricted by whether or not Exorcism is up?
Not really, but you want to fight around me because you can kill the towers or get an objective easily with the Roshan.
So it's their
They
fights
have the
now.
dagger. Yeah, they have dagger on Centaur. They can fight anytime. Shadow Demon's waiting for eggs.
Three charges on that Demonic Purge is... I feel like it's one of the better ags, but obviously Shadow Demon not normally played in a core position.
What do you think is the best axe in the game?
I think Void Spirits is really good right now. I think it seems very
Nyx-
strong.
Nyx is the best, in my opinion.
We saw it recently work out really well. That ags, it
Yeah,
changed the game.
yesterday.
Yeah. But it seems like the addition of the ags to Void Spirit has made that hero a first phase ban. Not that he wasn't really strong to begin with, but I think that ags would be a lot more balanced if it just added the silence, but it gives it 2 charges, which I think is so strong.
Yeah, giving it an extra charge is by itself good enough. Giving
Yeah.
it a silence on top is like icing on the cake.
Like, I feel like it would be better with one or the other, but both is tough. Faith avoids the stun. Spirit Siphon onto the Undying, and they'll rotate over Sylar. They should be able to get the skill easily onto the Undying. They've got everybody coming to join the party. Nothing to say gets the kill and continuing to have a really good game, 7-1-0. Death Prophet does have that BKB.
EHOME is like super strong right now with the BKB. Centaur Blink. And I mean, PL is just whatever. He can fight if he needed. But the other 4 heroes are already very strong. Like these 4 heroes, this gang squad, DP, Centaur, Shadow Demon, and Snapfire can literally take the whole Radiant team by their own. The PL is not needed right now.
And they've sent him over top to have some social distancing. Well, nothing to say takes the mid-tier 2, or at least attempts to take the mid-tier 2. Little TP over AQ as well as Wizard. Cogs go down, and the Icarus stop with the Fire Spirits down. Nothing to say, as well as the Glyph to hold the tower alive for a little bit longer. Continue to throw these Fire Spirits. Sour starting to migrate over towards the rest of the team. And Newbee potentially looking to make the play and jump on this, as Wizard will have his hook shot in just a second. It looked like they were questioning whether or not they wanted to commit to that. Rocket Flare. You want to make sure you get that Arcane Rune before nothing to say, but now it's into the hands of Death Prophet. The Wizard threw that Rocket Flare out, and it gave enough time to the Death Prophet to grab that Arcane Rune. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication between Newbee as well, because he should have just picked it up.
Newbee has to try to make something happen now. The troll has BKB. They have to try to maybe smoke, take a fight, or try to sneak Roche maybe? I think sneaking Roche could be a possibility. Do they have I mean, I guess they should be able to do it, but they don't really have much sustain apart from Sunray. I think the BKB was scouted by this observer. Yeah, they definitely saw the BKB on troll. Sneak the Roche, I think.
Let's see where they go.
No, they're gonna try to fight.
Trying to find the right positioning as well.
The positioning and the wards right now. Like whoever gets on high ground, fights under vision is gonna be in a huge advantage.
Blind hoof stomp into the pit. Now Mugi coming around the side. Silence out onto the troll. Got the double edge out onto Mugi as well as the hookshot coming in. So now Faith Beyond saved by the disruption coming through from Jin-Q. They've got the Stampede used by the Centaur before he ends up dead. Spirit Siphon on the side, looking over at AQ, who gets out of the Spirit Siphon for now, and the BKB is going to be finally popped by the Death Prophet, but the silence here as well as the Supernova dropped in the pit could be good if Mugi were to survive. However, now he falls, and they've got the Exorcism. The stun comes in from the Exploding Egg, and two-man Split Earth will probably allow them to disengage. However, they might just lose one more, and that's going to be on Faith.
I mean, that was very poor spell usage by the troll though. He blew his BKB and ultimate to kill the support centaur. And then when he was done, he was left with nothing and he just died. Even though Phoenix had a really good supernova there, but they could not find it at all. He used way too much resource to kill a support.
That puts Aegis in the hands of EHOME. Or at least it should. Clock's going to try for this. Jin-Q's positioning. It's fine. Yeah, they've also got Innocence. Towards the bottom of the pit. This is going to be an odd angle attempt at this. He needs to go now, but nothing to say. You saw where he positioned himself to make sure that Sylar picked up the Aegis. Now the hook shot comes through. They found the Death Prophet BKB, but the cogs are there. Looking for the TP out. And successful.
The actually stopped the troll from going into melee form to try to cancel a TP. But that's like still a pretty decent exchange, getting the 9-second BKB out from DP.
Yeah, BKB now 8 seconds, but still I think
they
overall...
have to try to take a fight on their terms, you know. And if the game goes on like this longer, static, it's going to just benefit the PR more and more. And Mugi is in trouble.
Yeah, Sour just man-fighting him up right now, and then they'll look over at Faith. They've got nothing to say here. Fire Snap Cookie jumping on top of the Undying to get the kill. Also, EHOME, they picked up a Telescope, which is great for this team.
That's one of the best items for support in the mid game.
Cast
I mean,
range is so good.
It's not just the cast range. I think the fact that the scan gets reduced. Oh, Lashrak's dead.
Oh boy, AQ, he is just wrapped on. Beyond with the easy kill there, gets the help from Sour as well as Jin-Q. And EHOME's starting to take over the map. Starting to really, make sure that Newbee's pressure or any sense of push is shut down immediately.
He's trying to sneak the tower.
Dire's bottom tower
That is Phoenix.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Blink hook stop. And they've got the BKB. Free BKB charge, always a good time. Wait, she's still here bottom. And he's got the Shivas, but
Is under attack.
I don't know. He's 3-1 and 6, but it feels like the Phoenix isn't much of a factor at times. Oh, Bkop stomp
'cause
again.
He's up against counters, you know. PL
This-
and
All Faith Beyond needed was that Blink Dagger to go in onto the Clockwork. They've got the Disruption, and they've got the kill. Jin-Q gets credit for that one, and yeah, like you said earlier, he rushed the Blink, and since then he's, you know, despite giving up the position to Jin-Q to be the, you know, go to the 4 to 3, he's still been executing. This is what we expect from Faith Beyond. He's the initiator. He's very good at just finding the hook stomps, getting in there, and making sure his team's able to clean up. And now they look over at Mugi. They've got the Fire Snap cook out onto this Troll. They've broken him. He'll survive for a little bit longer as the buyback comes in from the Undying. But once that runs out on Mugi, he'll end up dead. He'll chase over after nothing to say, but he's gone for 53 seconds with no buyback. Icarus dive over with the Shivas. Yule's used here by the Death Prophet. They'll attempt to take out this Tombstone and be successful. But nothing really holding them back without the Troll.
I mean, there's really nothing else to deal with this PR. I mean, the Ledge can't go in to do his spells because he doesn't have BKB. And he also went for this really greedy Kaya Blink. He went for too many like transitional items, you know, like too many utility items.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Next is Radiance
I mean,
for
we saw
Weishi.
this yesterday as well. When was it? He skipped BKB for like all these small items. Was it? I think it was the OD. He went for like Hurricane Pike, and he couldn't get BKB before the game ended. Like this, the same thing happening to the Lash here.
And he's got the kill on an Innocence, so that's something. But yeah, it seems like the lack of a BKB here for AQ has really been detrimental.
I mean, sure you can get the Blink and use, but getting the Kaya is like it's like greed on
Radiant
another level.
scanning.
Although if he gets this BKB, is it enough to hold the high ground? They're not down by terribly much. Like 8,000 is a lot, but
right now he could just die through the BKB because he doesn't have any items to give him. So the DP ulti plus the PR right clicking could actually just straight up kill him, even if he has a BKB.
Dire's top tower is
so it's
under
just too little, too late. You're saying?
Yeah, the timings are too late. His BKB is not going to be that effective anymore. And Dire is going to secure double outpost. This is going to be so miserable for the supports on the radio.
That's really just going to put them ahead. And experience-wise, they're up 10,000, and that's going to take a big jump once they get these outposts. So far, everything, even despite the shaky laning phase, because the Phantom Lancer kind of struggled a little bit here and there, and then, of course, Faith Beyond, he shifted positions with Jin-Q, who did a very good job of taking over into that 3 spot. But Newbee did a decent job with the laning phase, and things have kind of fallen apart in the mid-late game. Hookshot also missing on an Innocence, but they got the Diffusal Blade. Fire Snap Cookie into the cog. Stampede to try and survive, and will. And they still can't get the kill onto the Snapfire there. They'll drop the Tombstone onto the high ground, and we'll see if EHOME want to continue after they get the kill on the Faith. He's going to try and survive a little longer with the Soul Rip, but after a while, Jin-Q will finish him off.
I mean, you're right about them having like a very good laning phase, but after the laning phase, I mean, the Lash not getting the use, getting boost of travel first, and it all started going bad after the Troll TP to defend the top tier 1, and they didn't do well in that fight. And after that, the Troll died. He tried to push the lane, he died, he didn't have anywhere to go, and everything felt really weird from then on. The itemization of this flashback is like way too pubby, you know. He has no regard about the momentum of the game for his team.
Hook shot. And they look over to get the Shadow Demon. The BKB's going to be popping. He's got the disruption to stay alive. Mugi ready to move forward with Battle Trance, but Shinkyu, a little bit of miscommunication there with Innocence with the Fire Snap Cookie, but it doesn't matter. They've got Sour moving in to get the kill on the Troll, chase him down, and finally Nothing to Say will get the finishing touches on him as they throw out the Mortimer's Kisses, but stop them as, well, they really don't need it. The Troll's already gone for 60 seconds, no buyback. They'll work in the bottom set of racks, and instead Newbee will call GG, EHOME take the game.
This is the kind of game where you really need to figure out what went wrong for you, in order to move forward as a team. It's a very tricky kind of game because if you look at the game, right, the first thing you go to is you're flaming the troll, because he did a really bad job in casting his spells in a team fight. That's the obvious thing, right? When you look at the game. For me, the thing that ruined the momentum of the game the most is the Lash buying the sequence of items that he's going for this game. Like not going for a use right away, rushing the travels. But I think that if you rush travels and you go defend top and the troll has space to farm, it's still fine for me if you do that. But I would still prefer, getting the use over the travel, because it affects the player's mentality. Like when you're going for something greedy, you're gonna play more greedy.
Yeah, and it ends up being another one of those matchups where the later BKB really starts to hurt their team fight and hurt their ability to even hold on to the game.
Because you remember what happened, right? He went for travel, he didn't defend the tier 1 top, and after that he was trying to farm a use, right? Because he can't really fight very well without the use. And he was again spending more time to farm instead of fight. And Troll feels very weird. He doesn't have diffuser at that point. He doesn't really want to fight. But Lash is like pushing out the top, pushing out ball. He's like pushing out the lanes, he's farming. And he feels like, okay, if you're farming, so I'm fighting. And he doesn't have diffuser. So it feels so awkward. And he goes to the fight, he dies. And then after that, the Lash has to use, then the Troll is like so far behind. So everything doesn't flow just because of the sequence of items being ineffective.
And it ends up costing them the game. We've got EHOME ahead 1-0 over Newbee, so we'll see if Newbee can push this to a game 3 or if EHOME take the series 2-0. We'll be back with that in just a moment. I'm your caster Bkop, joined here by Winter, and stay right there, grab yourself something to drink, maybe wash your hands, go to the bathroom, come on back, more Dota in a second.